Of course, we are going to discuss the Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6 Reunion Part 3. Overall, this was a great reunion and great season aside from some of my wishes. First things first, Mel ate Betty the fuck up.
You're not my mama. You're not my daughter. I don't have to do anything for you. You kind of get so irate, baby. Your daughter.
Honestly, Betty, why are you even talking to Mel? Like, really, like...
Okay.
You don't know me to not like me, Miss Betty.
don't.
Shame on you.
I don't.
Shame on you. Be an example.
At first,
Grow
I said I
up.
didn't like
Betty is so fucking weird.
your ways.
It's okay, grow
but
up.
now it's just you.
It was funny. Mel was telling her, grow up. Go ahead, Stormy. Go ahead, Stormy.
Okay, Miss Betty, I want to hear from...
you talking to me?
Okay, Miss Betty, 1 second,
Look,
my baby.
I don't know what y'all
What we
gonna
saying,
have.
Stormy?
She ain't having it with me.
I can have whatever
Okay,
you
Miss
want.
Betty.
That shit was funny.
Mean
Go
your
ahead,
daughter, okay?
Stormy.
Go ahead, Stormy.
I like you.
But it was nice, like, Stormy's responses, but...
Y'all have done some amazing and that's just what it is.
Right.
And then you know, because you built this. You did. I don't know how it just disintegrated between you and I, but I don't want it to be made into this thing. It's because my mama didn't like you, because that's just not the truth.
You don't like me?
I mean, she got to get her mama under control. Like, that's sad.
Betty says she's never wrong. And she think by getting loud and ghetto that makes her right.
I don't. No. She's a demon.
It is so fucking hilarious that they had to fire Junior for the business.
What we did see, Stormy, was you having to let him go. That caused a rift between Lisa, who was your sister, Miss Betty.
It's like I already talked about. And you're telling me that you just organically fired this man.
Well, why the fire him in the first place?
The fact that they started struggling when Junior left, that just showed me everything that I already knew. But Stormy is sitting up there crying.
I love you. I love working here. But I just feel like...
And they offered Junior that job back because they felt like he learned something now.
I was hired back, but I ain't gonna lie, I put it to the side, like, come be real. Like, I feel like I just need to go another way. You know what I'm saying?
And this man moved on.
Yes, he ha ha now. But
I wanted him to move on.
We could not and definitely didn't need to go there with them same snakes, with them same type of people. Because I feel like I'm stronger CEO now. Don't you think so? Like, I wouldn't fire nobody, Courtney.
You done got a whole lot stronger.
yes, he ha ha now. But
So I was so happy to hear that he moved on.
I just feel like it's something else I need to be doing.
And then Stormy talking about, oh, well, you're a manager at the restaurant. I want you to be a manager at blah, 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 Canvas. But I thought you didn't want him to be there. Like,
I wish you were a manager for Canvas.
Yeah, I know. I know.
girl.
Stormy, why are you getting emotional?
I told y'all that was all for the camera. You are fucked up. I'm sorry. You're a fucked up individual. They didn't play Junior. Lisa, she didn't show up.
I can't talk to Betty. I don't want to ever talk to Betty again.
Yes, you do.
No,
It's your
I don't.
sister. Y'all
No, I'm not. Stormy.
with me.
And Junior took his ass. I'm glad you did that. Like, you guys can love each other, but get the fuck. Y'all should not be working together, period. Because, one, they be trying to flex on y'all real hard. Stormy, her husband, and the mama. And two, they gonna embarrass the fuck out of you whenever they can. Betty is so fucking weird talking about she tried with Aunt Lisa at the fish fry. Like, that was you trying?
I need to just do whatever Betty wants me to do.
But listen, you
because as long as I was doing whatever
You
you wanted me to do,
but you
we
had,
were getting along
oh my
fine.
God.
And then the group hug right after y'all didn't, like, ambush that man.
Love hug.
No, you asking for too much.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, yeah.
Please. You did not try with her. Like, you know you ain't shit. You just ain't shit, bitch. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go hug my mama, and I'm going home.
Nell and Chris, I love their family dynamic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that they are showing us the real shit.
Yeah, whatever. Y'all can kiss my ass.
Well, kiss mine.
Kiss my ass.
This is exactly why your ass ain't never
Bye. Make sure you block me.
Bitch. This is why I told your ass don't bring her.
This is what, like I said before, the real shit makes the show good.
There was a difficult times in my life that I couldn't be.
My entire life
No, don't say that because you're lying. Now you're sitting up here lying now, Lex.
To be there for me
If you,
until I was what, 28?
oh my God! Now you telling a lie. Now.
So whoever got Nell to come on the show, whether that was Mel, the producers, you guys did a great job because.
No, are you kidding me?
That's what you did?
No, you a lie.
Even though she was scared to show all that, can you show us all that? Because that's some real shit, you know.
You got locked up. Then you didn't even pay me for that.
Why would I pay you back if you're gonna keep the dog? I feel like that's a trade for a trade.
That ain't no damn trade for no trade.
Parents, I guess y'all can feel like ATMs.
Because I'm always loaning out a substantial amount of money.
You know, like your parents be supporting you and then they be wanting their money back. Like,
And I'd say it's a loan.
like wait, like you really want your money back right now? So that does put you at like a weird dynamic. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because so I got cut off when I was in college because I was swiping my card so much. Like, I didn't like that cafeteria food. I liked the shop. You know, it was just like free money, right? And my dad was like, oh, like you swiping too much, and he always told me this. He was like, I'm gonna take it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then he actually took it. I was like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to, like, what am I gonna do now? So I didn't understand how money worked, but I really needed that experience. It is a journey, okay? So I love seeing that. Like, it is relatable. Chris and Nell should be invited to all of the business events, period.
Would we be left out if we have more than one business in the city of Huntsville?
And Tish also said she was going to make sure we were a part of it. That was the biggest thing for me. When you tell me you're going to do something, do it.
Y'all know that they are pioneers in Huntsville. Like, if y'all are on the show and doing business shit, Chris and Nell need to be, like...
We've been business owners, you know, in the community for almost 30 years. And, you know, we're pretty much friends, associates, or whatever you want to call it, with everyone, you know, on stage right now. So
I did plan on initially inviting Chris. My focus was really on the core six.
So is Stormy and Courtney part of the core six?
No, but Stormy and I, we talked a lot.
Did you see Chris get Martell out that house?
They're not gonna give you no damn 90 days. They want the house.
Yeah.
Over.
I mean, because they ain't finna come and kick me out.
Yes, they will.
They can't come and kick me out.
Yes, they can. You're month to month.
That was funny. That was crazy, Martell. Why was you in that man's house for that long time? Like, they should have brought that up. Like, Martell, what the fuck was going on?
You out of your goddamn mind.
Like, come on. You fucking up the man's business. Yeah, I gotta talk about this.
What's the deal? You know the house due to be sold
as soon as I move out. But no,
it ain't as soon as you move out.
You said you can't close until I move out. This house been on the market for 8 months? Mm-hmm. I'm saying, what that mean, though?
That's how long you've had.
Because you're talking about since you're his friend, you just want to...
As a friend, you want me just to pack up and go to a hotel with me and my children, or you don't care? Or you just worried about the money?
Everybody just bow down to you. That's your problem.
What's priority? As a friend, as a realtor, you ain't say, hey, Mark.
I didn't have anything.
So what make you think that I can run out here in 30 days and find me something for my kids and I, if you can't find anything?
Marcel trying to be funny, talking about Chris being sexist and seeing him pulling up in this cleaning truck. And
I seen you in a cleaning truck. I said, what's this? And you're like, oh, I got a cleaning company. I was like, oh, did you just start one? He says, no, I've had this cleaning company for some time now. I'm like, oh, you're a real estate broker and cleaning company. And real sexist of him to mention his businesses, but not talk about his wife.
I thought that, oh, well, you got a cleaning truck coming in and you're a broker. Like, okay, like, Marcel always be trying to throw shade. What did that have to do with anything?
I don't know why you're trying to hide that from me.
And then he didn't tell me, like, did you ask what his wife did?
I think that we actually did.
Flex made a lot of money and you were his pretty wife.
She has a whole daycare.
Like, bitch, shut up. You kicked your wife. I think you're the sexist when you didn't kick your wife out of her office. And I bet that lady still don't have her office.
Have y'all ever dealt with cheating in y'all marriage?
Sure, of course.
Can we not?
See, that's what I was talking about. Tisha always wants to bring up everybody else's infidelity. Have y'all ever experienced infidelity? How did you get over it? Blah, blah, blah. She always wants to ask people that shit. Do you see how much she's trying to hide hers?
It's rumored that supposed to be having an affair with Marcel, right? She comes to me and tell me, your is spreading this information.
Stormy, take out the 2 of hearts and 2 of diamonds.
No,
you
you got
right
that
in your
2 of
hand.
heart, the 2 of diamond. As people who's watched this show for the past 6 years I've been on it, I've been very direct about things.
At least acknowledge the conversation. Because it seems like there's one that needs to be had.
You know what? She needs to acknowledge it with him, not with me.
What?
For finding out what's going on. So I called me on 3-way with the guy. I'm asking the guy what's going on. That's it now. I want to know what's going on. We're talking about me firing my. I'm not gonna fire my without knowing what's going on.
I've been very direct about things.
So I say, like, I do not feel bad for Tisha. Like, just let it all out, please. She just asked too many fucking questions, and then when you ask her a question, she want to ignore you and try to be funny and act like you crazy and on drugs. Bitch, nah. So Chris and Nell did separate for a while. I believe they said 18 months.
About 18 months.
18 months.
I mean, good for Nell.
I was not willing to accept the boy.
Being that they were asking those questions means that all of his stuff isn't out in the public.
Chris, when you cheated on Nell, was it with multiple women?
No.
Was it just one?
Yeah.
Chris could have had a more respectful side chick because she didn't come to Nell. She said, I don't believe anybody would step to me.
I don't think another woman would step to me to tell me that.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't think infidelity is like all that bad. You see, that's why Mel gave Martell all of those chances. And if Martell could have taken the advice from his friends, and it's good to see that Mel does have genuine friends on the show.
For me, it has been great to just have a real, genuine, solid friendship with them.
Because I didn't know if Nell and Mel and Chris, I didn't know how well they meshed and things of that sort.
You know, through the late nights of counseling, because they would be at our house till 2, 3 in the morning, talking and counseling, Nell crying and and all of that, just because they genuinely cared, you know.
So apparently they were doing counseling sessions with them, staying up till 2, 3 in the morning, crying with her, just, you know, trying to get Martell on the right path and telling him about his fucking ego.
Arrogance. Fletcher used to be like that as well. And I've told him his arrogance is gonna cause him to lose his family.
I've been saying, it's his ego. So that was really nice to see. So I am just so happy that she at least has one couple.
They say it all the time, but it's the truth. They don't pick sides, you know? So they've never picked sides. They've just kind of been there and been supportive.
That, you know, doesn't want to fucking destroy her. Just to sum it up, okay? Just to sum it up. So back to my original point. So Chris earned his trust back from Nell. Nell gave him another chance, and they're together today. So that is really nice to see. I just love to see it.
Love makes you do all types of
This is how, if you're gonna work through infidelity, just say, yeah, we went through it, we're good. Like, I love him.
I love him. I forgave him.
I mean, nobody can say anything. I really respect those two for being transparent and just owning it. Like, that's what it's all about. Martell is a dirty dog for trying to throw Chris under the bus, talking about, oh, well, you can't say that about men.
What does that matter?
Y'all won't say that about a man. You about to kill Chris because he cheated.
He ain't dead, is he?
No, you almost killed Chris for cheating. Like, bro, like, damn, you can't even take nothing by yourself. You always got to drag somebody else into stuff. That's why Marcel and Tisha the way they are right now. But, I mean, that's what they get. I'm sorry. And then, Martell, you gonna say that when Nell is sitting up beside Chris looking bomb as fuck. Like, Nell and Chris look so good. I say Chris suit 8. I think everybody looks so good. I can't even say, like, who looked the best. So now we're talking about the Houston trip. So I feel 2 different ways about the Martell situation with him bringing someone in.
Oh, who was the woman you brought to the house after hours?
You know, I don't even know her name. She just came to give me a massage.
On one hand, I feel like, who gives a fuck if you brought someone in, if he had a massage, a happy ending, whatever.
Yeah, I get the job done. I mean, she got the job done in an hour and a half.
What did y'all do?
Massage.
Where was the massage table at? It didn't come in.
My bed.
No, they don't work like that.
That's kind of
why I told. I didn't care. Hey, they've elected to move on.
Like, who cares? But on the other hand,
I understand they agreed to move on, but it was disrespectful.
Knowing the dust buckets that Martell engages with, if I was in that house and Martell brought someone that everybody's not aware of, I would feel uncomfortable, especially like if I was Mel, because I'm like, are you bringing that girl? Is it somebody else that has beef with me? Like, just to lay my head and be in a house. First of all, that would be weird because you're like, am I being ambushed, or like, was I at risk, whatever. So that's how I feel. I feel like on one hand, it would be good if we didn't give a fuck, but on the other hand, why would you bring someone else in?
It was disrespectful on our trip that he brought another woman in the house.
I don't have to announce that I'm about to get a massage to anybody.
Nell extended the trip to the group of friends that she invited. So if you want to take your girl on a trip, then y'all don't need to be using this group trip as y'all's couple trip, or go to a different hotel. Like, go to her. That is disrespectful. Obviously, Maurice was creeping, spying. Security must have been like, Maurice, get up. Or something.
I'm coming in the house.
Like, I just don't know, but that was weird.
I was creeping around. I was actually a creeper. A little bit. I was going. I was on my way. I was on my way.
Like, seeing him creep around the corner. At the same time, Kimmy was probably happy to get a break because he was probably trying to mount her and stuff. So at least she was like, ooh, okay, I can relax a little. He's like busy. With Kimmy telling Mel, like, didn't you get a massage, Mel?
I mean, it was a trip with friends.
Didn't you get a massage too?
Massage when?
When we was in
Oh,
Houston.
yeah, a lady came and massaged me.
I want to like everybody on the show, but Kimmy just really irritates the fuck out of me for some reason. Like, she just seems like so shady, but she wants to act like she's like nice. Like, shut the fuck up. And that takes us to the next segment. At the end of the day, Martell is worried about her cooch.
We're married, then you cheated on me?
2014, 2015.
What's funny?
Like, we can't forget that he did pop up on that date she was on.
So you step out of a business meeting, deal possibility to address your ex-wife about her being out in public with someone, and
I could only imagine the stories. I can only imagine the stories Mel could tell. Martell is lying when he talks about not being satisfied and alluding to that's why he stepped out. After watching the full reunion, I can appreciate that Mel did put him on blast and say that she never reached the tippy top, the peak, when she should have. Because, I mean, I think the only reason why I was initially mad at that was because I was so tired of hearing about Kimmy's cooch. She just scarred me for a while. So to hear about other people's cooches after hearing about Kimmy's cooches, it's like, please make it stop. But with this man, yeah. Like, yeah, just keep letting us know little stuff, please. But with Martell and Chris, like, Chris was just chilling about the subject when people were like, oh, well, he was disrespectful to his wife. And
well, my response to that is we look at them as a brother and sister, and I just see it as, you know, really brother and sister just getting their points across.
He is disrespectful as fuck, but you kind of, like, I think Chris just knows how Martell is.
Marcel, did you ask Mel what did she do?
No, I didn't.
I'm not trying to get into this.
Where are these people?
But you asked
Look, Chris, they all fingers at me. No, you two, no, you and Chris too. He's told me that the question, even you told me, the question.
It was just like, whatever, you know, like, we talked about it, and yeah, like, Nell do be yelling, which we did see.
But I'm like, damn, your wife yelling at me. Chris and I, we've conversed.
I have him in Fletcher fighting.
What's wrong?
I would bust my tail in his mother face.
He said, you know what, man, this is just how Nell, I know this how Nell is. That's how Nell fusses his ass, Nell fusses them kids, and that's just who she is.
That's what he said to you?
Nell mind her own.
And on Martell's side, like I already said, like, we did see Nell yelling and shit, though.
Let you shut the hell up.
Oh my
How you feel like that's a trade for a trade?
So at the same time, if you are having a conversation and it's a heated discussion and Martell did feel attacked.
Hey, Mel, do you remember when you were having some issues
And you didn't want to be around people.
Marcel, you didn't get all what? It
No.
ain't pertaining to me, is it?
Yeah. Oh, wait. There's two sides. Why are you so close to me?
What was said then? What was said to you, about her that you just said?
Hey.
You know, so like voices are gonna raise.
Let's ask about Martell. What did Martell do wrong? You never say, Melody, did you ever cheat on Martell? Did you ever do anything to Martell? You told me on your front porch. I told you. Listen, afterwards. Hey, listen.
He's like he shouldn't have stepped to her and stuff like that, but you know.
Listen. I don't take signs. Don't be against me.
Like, we've seen Martell, like, we know how he's gonna act. He, you know.
It's you too.
I'm a woman first. I was honest with you.
Exactly.
I'm a woman
you
first.
were.
I've been through something.
Kept the accountability too then.
I'm not gonna sit here
Don't
and
blame it on me.
I'm not blaming it on you.
You blaming it on me.
Martell being mad at Nell for holding him accountable, he basically does not want to be held accountable for anything that occurred. Basically, he wants Mel to be the catalyst for why he cheated instead of saying, I fucked up, I didn't make the right decisions. Like, yeah.
Because I would smack Martell in his mother face.
But at the same time, for Martell, I could see how that conversation could get annoying to hear, like, how fucked up you are and how you fucked up the whole family and the marriage. Which, I mean, that is what he did, but maybe he's tired of hearing it. But at the same time, if Martell, if you're tired of hearing it, stop going on tours to try to make Melody look like shit and just move on. Like, that's it. So if you want constantly bring up Mel, then people won't be like, well, Martell, you fucking cheated for 5 years. And then you're like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. She cheated. And what the fuck does it mean?
Cheat is a cheat. You cheat is a cheat. So now it's a time frame.
Can somebody please tell me what the fuck it means? You're cheating to cheat. You're cheating to cheat.
Cheat is a cheat. You cheat is a cheat.
So it doesn't matter. That's exactly how I feel now. Like, who gives a fuck if Nell cheated? Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Because if Mel would have cheated, you would have left her. She wouldn't have left you. Men can't take what they give. Like, look at Marcel and Tisha. So let's just fast forward over to Marcel and Tisha.
The fact that you took the test means that you thought you could have been pregnant. If you thought you could have been pregnant, you couldn't be pregnant by somebody that can't make babies.
This is a good segue because he was saying that he does believe that she could have cheated and got pregnant by someone else.
Is there a thought in your mind that she could have stepped out on you?
I would say that that's the only thought on my mind.
Tisha, you have a nerve to be mad at your cousin.
When it comes to the two of you, is this relationship dead forever?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing. Neither do I care anymore. We've tried to fix it, and she always go back on her word.
Because you say, oh, well, she wants me to divorce my husband.
Would you like to reconcile your friendship and relationship with Tisha?
Of course, who wouldn't? I
No,
mean,
she wants me to divorce my husband.
I would not be being honest.
And then your husband sits up and says that he doesn't fucking trust you because you have a coochie and a mouth.
Do you think Tisha's capable of stepping out on you?
Yes. What? Yes. What? Does he have a vagina and a mouth? Yes.
Nothing else matters. Like, you're not a loyal person. You're not trustworthy.
We're talking about the character of the person.
Absolutely, yes.
He doesn't have faith in you. His mind went straight to, oh, well, you're cheating on me.
And so what's she doing taking the test if she can't be pregnant? So the idea.
Not the same.
It's the exact same.
The only reason why Marcel is saying this is just because he is setting the stage for when his shit come out, because he's like, oh, well, it's just not her, it's just...
Any woman out there goes to the bar, have a good night, all of a sudden they mess around and made a bad decision.
You know,
and she's looking for a wet wipe.
Because any woman could be having a good night, having some drinks at the bar. It just happens. So he's just basically letting us know that, hey, I believe it happens. If I can do it, she can do it.
That's really sad because too, though, right? If you're married and you don't have trust.
But what did he say? He said, no, men don't slip up. So, because Nell caught that. Yeah, so that's just what he's doing. And Tisha, I'm glad you didn't kiss him earlier.
Give me a kiss.
No.
Right. Because I was like, you guys are trying to be like this strong power couple. Why wouldn't you kiss your man when he's like, kiss me?
Give me a kiss.
No.
But it's a good thing you didn't, because he set up and embarrassed the fuck out of you.
So you could have been pregnant by only someone else that could make babies.
So
on the stage.
If she was pregnant, were you gonna leave her?
Yeah.
That's a good question, man. Well, at least we're on the same page, honey.
calling her an idiot.
Yeah.
What is it about Tisha that you really do think she's dumb and an idiot? About
because
what?
Number one, knowing me, why would I all of a sudden try to make up things to ruin their man? Why?
To be relevant on television.
Kiki was brought on the show to be the fucking mouthpiece because she fucking knows y'all's tea. And the only thing you're doing is trying to block all the tea.
Because I made it very clear, I no longer wish to be around her.
Which is fucking irritating.
I necessarily want to make things right. I did want to amend for the wrong that I had done. It was wrong of me to throw anything on her or anyone for that matter. And I wanted to make it clear that I own that and I apologize for that. But I also want to, go to Texas, Houston, and have a good time too.
And Nell, why wasn't it?
That's exactly what I want to see out of a reality show rather than people beefing for episodes and episodes and episodes over one little thing. Like, talk about it, apologize, and move the fuck on. It seems like you guys got some real talent down there in Huntsville. So if it's some more people y'all trying to shield, y'all just come out, do y'all shit, be open and honest, don't give a fuck. Just come on, please. Especially if they're going to be like Kiki. Not to be rude, but Tisha, get the fuck over it.
Give me the opportunity to see if I want that person in my space, because I don't want to be around her. And I made it very clear to everybody.
Like, I don't want to hear you talk about, I don't want her in my space. Like, stop being so fucking scary. Like, you act like that you're about that life.
I bet you won't cross this line.
Girl, bye.
Cross it and see. One time, bitch. One time. You gotta wait one time. It won't happen again. Believe that.
Just defend yourself if it happens again, which...
You don't know me.
She already apologized. She knows she's not going to do it again. You're not going to get 2 drinks stoned.
Be mad, get glad, scratch your ass. I don't give a
Letitia, you'll be all right. That's nothing you can't handle. You can't film with your cousin. If you can sit up in the space with Marcel, you can sit up in a space with Kiki. This man just said that if you got pregnant, he would leave you. Why are you mad at your cousin? Your cousin knows all the shit. You just don't want to film with her because you don't want your real tea to come out. If the Scotts are gonna hide so much of their fucking tea, again, like, can they fucking go? Come on, everybody else is talking about what happened and they're just fucking sitting there.
I called her to tell her what's going on. She doesn't show up. Her! Okay. She doesn't show up.
Tisha, I know you want to look out for your cousin, but let us see the real shit.
2 things. There's nothing else that I have in my life to hide. One of the things was the drug use, me being addicted to prescription pain pills. Nothing else.
So there's 2?
Infidelities within my marriage.
This is the shit that we want to see on TV, so don't be trying to hide it just because she got stuff going on.
One of the things I do is I go for the jugular, and that's not a good thing. I recognize this about myself.
He said that you guys plan to come in together.
Plan was for her to bring me onto the show. Anyway, that was always the goal.
But you were like, she's going through all of this stuff.
Somewhere along the way, she changed up.
This infidelity, the drug use. And they said it was something else, but they wouldn't say what it was.
But it affects more than just.
I didn't say that. Marcel just said that.
So, just like Kiki said, just let us know what else it is, Marcel. Like, what's the other big reason?
I know this girl. And I didn't want her on the show with what she was dealing with. You can ask anybody. I talked to Kim Marie.
With that being said, I can see that.
That it haven't even come up yet. And I'm not going to say it. She has a lot of issues.
Like, oh, like my cousin fucked up. I don't want her to be on TV.
That I feel like can ruin her family.
If Kiki can own her shit.
But my life is my life, and I have nothing to hide, and I have nothing to be ashamed of. Things that I've done wrong, I've admitted them. I face up, and I face my problems. I have nothing to be ashamed of.
and she wants to be on TV, who are you to block her?
Put myself in her shoes, and I was like, if I was dealing with these things, I would want to be on a reality TV show.
She's a grown-ass fucking woman. That's the decision between her and her husband. So you're acting like you care, but you don't give a fuck about Kiki. That's why you're just like, I hope she not on them pills, like, when something happened. I mean, I'm not discounting that it could be that, but I don't think Kiki is as crazy as y'all try to make her seem. You guys provoke people.
Bitch, don't look at me.
Oh, come get me.
And then when they react, you're like, oh my gosh, look at him, look at him. Just like on part 1 when Maurice was making the faces at Martell while Mel was talking.
So everybody's energy seems to be great across the stage. So isn't that right, Martell making faces already?
Yeah.
Isn't it already?
Mel caught the faces that Martell was making back to Maurice. And then she's like, yeah, make your faces.
Good job catching that, Mel.
Oh, you know I don't play.
That's the type of shit I'm talking about. The Scotts think everything is a fucking joke and they provoke people. And people lash out and they're like, they're crazy. Look at them. They're on drugs. Like, please. To go more to Tisha and Martell, I think Tisha was being honest. If she really was pregnant and it was an outside baby, why would she tell Martell?
If I would have stepped out, then there's no way I would have told him, I think I'm pregnant.
Or had he just been clever and bold about it and just told me?
She would take care of that without telling him. He wouldn't suspect it. He wouldn't know.
If you're married and you don't have trust, then what are we doing here?
That's right.
I didn't know. You were talking about
If you think that,
no,
real for that's
capability versus probability.
Tisha did a great job of standing up for herself and responding to Marcel.
She does not believe you would cheat on her unless God comes down and tells her to her face.
Martell
No,
blinking his
unless you
eyes.
show me some proof in my face.
Martell
Right.
It was hurtful when he was like, yeah, you would do it, you would do it. I'm like, man, I've been
No,
10
no,
times
no,
down,
no,
been
no,
called
no.
all type of names
No, no,
wrong
no.
with
That's
you.
right.
I'm
And
saying
this
the
what
difference
I
is this.
did? Me?
I don't care if I've been accused 1,000 times. If
I'm so proud of her.
I told her right now, hey, T, this lady trying to say I had sex with her. I took a blood test, though. It's not my baby.
She did so good.
I'm gone.
Okay, then.
Marceau is not shit, as we know. Like, we already know that. It's not surprising. Kimmy, again, shut the fuck up, please. Talking about...
But you're saying that based
Melanie
on the
gets her
fact
lick
that you
back.
think he stepped out.
No, I'm not. I'm saying
So
based on the
what would
question I
make
have in
that-
my car.
So what would make it okay?
A lot of...
What makes this question okay? Like, would it be okay?
If Tisha was to ever step out of Marcel, ladies, would she be in the right to do so?
Absolutely not.
Why would you say
Absolutely
that?
not. Why would she
I'll
do
answer the question.
If Tisha stepped out on her marriage,
What would make it okay?
that question is okay because we already know that Marceau does.
They felt like she would be in the right courtesy of the millions of accusations that Marceau has had.
That's it. Like, Kimmy, shut the fuck up. Like, when she says stuff, it's just like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you don't have shit to say about your own situation. Like, where the fuck is Jalen? Please don't put Monster back on the show if you guys are gonna fucking bully him. Y'all bullied the shit out of Monster last season.
And I gotta get him dialed into this homework.
I gotta get him dialed into a clean room. Man, I gotta get something figured out with that part.
I know we have the same struggle and problems with Monster.
Right, we both are. It's a whole bunch of apologies that need to go around. For Kiowa! What do you
you're saying that?
what?
Honestly, yeah, I need to talk about that because why did y'all do him like that?
Has he told you about boot camp?
No.
We get up at 5 in the morning now.
Okay, so you get up at 5, and what else?
Chores, that's top.
It's not very many things, to be perfectly honest. Laundry in that room, getting that trash to the curb.
Y'all just, this poor kid, y'all just ambushing him.
Why do you look like this?
Like what?
It doesn't look like you're receptive. You are? That's your receptive face?
I mean, there's not really a face for that.
Yeah, it's kind of different. Yours is kind of like a rejection face. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
He really not gonna fuck with y'all. Know he not gonna fuck with y'all.
Honestly, Monster, I don't want to just keep giving you my ideas that I think might help. I want to know some of yours.
I don't have any right now.
Why?
I haven't thought about it like that.
Now's a perfect time to start thinking.
Like, he really is not gonna fuck with y'all.
Speaking of running out of time, why don't you run on out of here and finish doing the stuff that you need to do? You probably got some homework, don't you? I'm glad that Kai was here.
First of all, honestly, Kimmy don't want nothing to do with the man. I'm sorry.
Monster is like a really loving kid. He likes the touches, the feels, the hugs. He likes that kind of thing. And so sometimes when he's not able to get it on a regular basis because his mom doesn't live here, then I would think that the next person he's gonna look to is you.
I nurtured him, not baby him.
And when he came here, that's what he expected. And I said, no, sir.
She like, I raised my son, I'm done.
When it comes to prioritizing people in his life, it's Monster. Then it's Kiowa's feelings. Then I'm like down here.
And if you feel like that, I don't understand why you would date a man with kids. At the same time, I do get her because the way Maurice and Marceau is set up, they want to be out in the streets and the woman taking care of the kids.
Maybe you should spend more time with him.
I think I do. I spend time with him picking him up. I spend time with him taking him to school. I spend time with him. No, guys.
He's like, oh yeah, I got my son. But Kimmy's watching him the whole time.
A lot of the time Monster spends here is in his room by himself. Does it sound like I'm making any sense at all?
Yes.
No.
That's fair, but...
Who helps him with his homework?
Maurice, if you helped him every day, he wouldn't be behind now.
I don't help him every single day.
But the way y'all did him about not doing this and not doing that, and like, y'all just... That was just so fucking sick. And y'all lucky Kia Wayne beat y'all the fuck up.
It's gotta be a priority in your world at some point.
Anyway, now that
Overall, this was a great season. I really enjoyed it. I really did. You guys ended strong. I believe this is the best reunion yet. Everybody spoke their minds. We covered a lot of topics. No one stormed off or anything, so it was really good. We got a lot of dialogue and background and everything. It was very good. Good job, Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. I love the show overall. Final wish. Eventually, because I know y'all are already filming, I believe. Again, if Tisha and Marceau don't come with some heat, if they don't have no real life storyline, get them the fuck off. Start transitioning them off. There is no reason why Kimmy and Maurice should actually be on the show. They should be friends of Tisha. Martell, if you don't fucking pull yourself up by your fucking bootstraps, it's still gonna be a good show because you and Mel are the show. It's still gonna be a good show, but I just would love to see you evolve. Like it's time to evolve. Like it's time to evolve, my bro. Mel, just keep doing you. Stormy, if you ain't got no real shit either, you can go. Like, I ain't even really see you in the pasture this season. And I want some new castmates. I want Kiki to stay on the show. I want Nell to stay on the show. I want Mel and Martell to stay on the show. Tisha and Marceau, possibly.